Kirtan. Yay. We can sit down, Kirtanias. The harmonium's there if you'd like, and the microphone's right there.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Haribo. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Jai Prabhupada. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Everybody. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Haribo. Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Jai Prabhupada, Hare Hare, Hare. Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada. Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya 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 Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Sita Gaura Hariba, 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 Hariba. Sita Gaura Hariba, 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 Gaura Hariba, Hariba. Jai Srila Prabhupada Vyasa Puja ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Jai Go Premanande.
Thank you, Narahari, Prabhu. So very warm welcome, everyone. Thank you for being here today, honoring His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, the founder Acharya of the International Society for Krishna Consciousness. And today is the 128th anniversary of Srila Prabhupada's appearance on this sacred day. The 1st of September, actually, in 1896 in Calcutta, Srila Prabhupada appeared. And interestingly, here in our southern hemisphere, that's the first day of spring. So, very auspicious. Krishna says, of seasons I am flower-bearing spring. So, and of course, most wonderfully, by Krishna's divine arrangement, no doubt, Srila Prabhupada appeared the day after Swayam Bhagavan Sri Krishna on the very auspicious Nandotsava. So thank you all very much for being here. We have another blissful festival today. I'll just go through our program. Can everybody hear me? Doesn't matter if you can't see me over here, but as long as you can hear, it's okay. Yes. So, Krsnarupa, you have your bell. You have the bell, yeah? It was up there. Fantastic, there it is. Excellent. Oh, so Krsnarupa is our bell ringer today, everyone, yes. We have not less than 16 initiated disciples of Srila Prabhupada, and I'm sure all of them would like to have at least 5 minutes to glorify His divine grace today. So, and it goes without saying, but we say it every year, only exclusive glorification of His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada today. This is his very, very special appearance day. So Krsnarupa will give that bell a good ring after 5 minutes, and then again after another minute, which means, yes, please wind it up. Just to be fair to everybody, we want to hear it from as many grand disciples, great-grand disciples as well. But etiquette does dictate, protocols are there, that Prabhupada's initiated disciples get a chance to speak first. So, and that will take us through. We're right on time today, fantastic. Already. Who says Hare Krishna festivals don't run on time? Yes, they do. Early days, but so now I'm just wondering if Dr. Kishori is here with her local devotees book of offerings. If she isn't, well, perhaps somebody, when they spot Dr. Kishori. A lot of devotees would love to speak, but of course we do have time restrictions. So Dr. Kishori's doing wonderful service. Many of us are writing homages and they're being included. And of course during the day, the afternoon, the evening, everyone can come before Srila Prabhupada and speak some words of praise as well. So, at 11:40, everyone, Srila Prabhupada's feast should be brought in, including a giant cake, which is going to take at least 10 good men to lift. So I'm told it's massive, being made up at the Gurukula. So that will come in. And Narahari has kindly agreed to also lead the kirtan at 12 o'clock, which will be very nice. And Vaishnavi will recite all of the... Oh, fantastic, there it is. Hare Krishna. I said, so we have 2 books. This is great. So yes, Vaishnavi will recite the glorious prayers to Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya before that. And Rambhoru Dasi is going to offer arati to Srila Prabhupada today. So wonderful program. And of course at 12 o'clock, yes, Puspanjali and Guru-puja. Now, let me just think here. Okay, I think at this point, and of course, Mukunda Maharaj is here, fantastic, in a few moments. Now, okay, I'm going to need is Daksha Prabhu here? I do need tech help today with the microphone stand. He's got to be our go-to man. I can sit here. Well, okay. So Prabhu, can you just uplift the microphone or possibly bring a chair as well? Yes, somebody might be bringing a chair. Just for our speakers. Yeah, up that end. Yes. Make sure the microphone's all, cranked up. And in a few minutes, we will ask Mukunda Goswami to speak, everyone. But just before we do that, Krsnarupa, would you like now to come and please offer Srila Prabhupada his Vyasa Puja book, and also this local.
Sometimes they're holding their paper and stuff. Just
if any of the devotees, is that okay, Doctor? Okay, fantastic. So if any of the devotees have an offering from their Guru Maharajas, which is in the Vyasa Puja book, you're very welcome. We're going to offer those books to Srila Prabhupada now, but we can always take, His Divine Grace will not mind if we take those books back, and you can read from your books a little bit later on, any of your offerings. So, and I have been asked to mention the gorgeous flower decoration framing Srila Prabhupada. Please don't touch that. It's fairly sturdy, but I've been told by Driti, please don't lean on that, even if you're making your way, especially when there are 16, I beg your pardon, let me get the number right, maybe there's more than that. Krsnarupa, how many? 26 garlands. 26 garlands have been made yesterday to offer to Srila Prabhupada at Guru-puja time. So for us seniors who may be a little unsteady on our feet, please don't lean against that gorgeous decorative archway there when you're getting up to offer your garlands. So that microphone, I'm still anxious about the microphone stand, and especially Mukunda Maharaj coming up. Oh, what's happening? Okay, Haridas will hold the microphone. Okay. So, without any further ado, Mukunda Maharaj, would you like to come up, please? And after Mukunda Maharaj has spoken, I'm going to call on Rasarani Dasi, followed by Ram Prasada, in that order, please. Yes. Microphone stands do not fare well in Hare Krishna temples. Yes. But we'll do what we can. Haridas will assist. Hare Krishna. Nama Om Vaishnapadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimati Bhaktivedanta Swami Iti Namane. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharane Nirvisesa Sunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarane. I'm currently struggling with my Krishna consciousness. I want to attain Raganuga Bhakti, such as what is described in writings, always dreaming of Krishna and never forgetting him while in the fully awakened state. These great souls are immersed in spontaneous love of Krishna. I chant my rounds, associate with devotees, and read scripture only out of sheer obedience, not out of spontaneous love of Krishna. Anyway, I am committed to perfecting my Krishna consciousness. You imply in the Chaitanya Chaitamrita that the stage of bhakti, that the stage of bhava, is the final stage of Krishna consciousness. Madhurya Lila 23rd chapter, 14th to 15th texts. This level can be attained straight away or after many lifetimes, depending on our personal level of spiritual advancement. Unfortunately for me, at age 82, initiated 58 years, I have yet to achieve that level of Krishna Bhakti. Nonetheless, although I am plagued with insomnia and migraines daily, among other health-related tribulations, I consider myself fortunate because I have met you when I was 25 years old. So even though I am unfortunate in many ways, I have to count my blessings. For example, I am still alive and practicing some form of Krishna consciousness, and a few others are willingly helping me without remuneration. This is all due to your mercy and blessings upon me. In your Bhagavad Gita as it is, 6th chapter, 24th verse, you tell the incident of a sparrow whose eggs were stolen by the ocean. When the sparrow asked for her eggs to be returned, the ocean didn't consider her request. The sparrow then took drops of ocean water into her beak with the aim of drying up the sea. The ocean simply laughed at her for what you called her impossible, quote, impossible determination, close quote. The sparrow's action carried on for some time. Then it happened that the giant Vishnu carrier, the bird named Garuda, heard about this and came at once to see his small sister bird. He learned all about the cleanliness, about her abstinence. Sorry, he learned all about her abstinence and threatened the ocean that he would dry her up. The ocean then became extremely frightened and returned the sparrow's eggs immediately. In the same section, you cited the well-known and relevant English verse stating that, open quote, God helps those who help themselves, close quote. It is only my determination, daryat, like that of the sparrow, that keeps me going. As time goes on, I get deeper realizations about your status. Some opine that you have come from Krishna Loka, and that your sublime qualities can only be attributed to one who has come from Krishna's abode to this material world. To this material world to help the fallen human beings of this planet. While I don't necessarily subscribe to this point of view, still your inimitable qualities and your personal history on earth are proof positive that you have achieved perfection. Your servant, Mukunda Goswami. Hare Krishna.
Jai Hari Bol.
Thank you. Thank you, Maharaj. Rasarani?
hold it? Oh, okay. Okay, so, Jai Srila Prabhupada. So we were just bathing Srila Prabhupada, and in a long, long time ago, the women didn't actually get to do personal bodily service for Srila Prabhupada, so I always had a desire to do something like that, but we couldn't. So now we get to bathe Prabhupada in the Murti form, but I got to put the oil on Prabhupada's body, and I've never actually done that before. And it reminded me of when Prabhupada was in Mayapur, and his sister Pishima came there, and I was walking past her room one day, and the devotee called me in and said, "Can you massage Pishima?" And when I went in there, she, if you know Pishima, or I've seen pictures of her, she looks practically like a female form of Srila Prabhupada. So I got to massage her with mustard oil for a long, long time. She spoke not one word of English, and I didn't know what I was doing, and the mustard oil was all sticky, but she just kept telling me more and more. So I feel like Prabhupada was giving his mercy that I got to massage his sister instead. But anyway, that was just a little thing. So I have a poem for the pleasure of Srila Prabhupada. Hopefully it's for his pleasure. Srila Prabhupada, our master, we're all walking gratefully behind you, picking up your drops of mercy like fresh morning dew, gems of nectar left behind in your divine wake. Missing you, our lonely hearts do joyously ache. Desert of material life, dare we take a peek? Those poor living entities will never find what they seek. Our Srila Prabhupada came, kindly, spiritual gifts a bearing, an ocean of love with unlimited, causeless caring. What are all these magical, priceless gifts, and how do we find them scattered throughout our lives now? Maybe listen to a lecture, or open Srimad Bhagavatam's eloquent pages, pat a sweet cow, or hear a kirtan by the sages. Take sumptuous Krishna Prasad, or see a Guru Kuli reciting a prayer. Even admire a Vaishnava's nice qualities. Go on if you dare. Feel gratitude in the honour of dressing the Supreme Lord, or go preach on those dangerous streets with knowledgeable sword. Maybe bravely gather lotuses for a garland from that muddy lake, or miraculously for Krishna's pleasure, cook him a deliciously creamy cake. Srila Prabhupada, our master, we are all walking gratefully behind you, picking up your drops of mercy like fresh morning dew. Gems of nectar left behind in your divine wake, missing you, our lonely hearts do joyously ache. Thanking you for listening, Srila Prabhupada, your servant Rasarani.
Jai Hari Bol. Ram Prasada, Prabhu. And just while Ram's coming up, everyone, can I ask the devotees just to come forward? We've got a lot of devotees trying to get in the temple room, or at least please come over this way. There's some fantastic seats right here. Ladies, please, gents, come over a little bit. And could somebody get a couple more chairs, please? My old temple president, Jayadharma's here. He's standing there, and I'm sure he'd love a seat. Padma, maybe you could, would you mind getting Jayadharma a chair, please? And maybe we could bring a few. Fantastic. For us seniors to sit. Thank you. I
offer my most humble obeisances to my spiritual master, A.C. In 1980, an elderly Indian Vaishnav turned up at our centre in Mayapur with an amazing story he wanted to share with Prabhupada's disciples. He'd been the pujari at Advaita Acharya's original house in Shantipur, West Bengal. He'd noticed a simple Bengali household devotee who had come regularly, on his own, over many years, as far back as the 1940s. This devotee would sit at the back of the little mandir and would chant with great feeling for hours. This went on year after year, and then it stopped until years later on August 1965, the Pujari recalls seeing this same devotee, how he had approached, the same devotee, but who was now dressed as a sannyasi in saffron, again praying with great feeling. The Pujari describes how he approached this sannyasi and asked, "Who are you? I remember you from years ago." He recalls the sannyasi's answer, who said, "My name is Abhay Charanaravinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Swami Maharaj, and I am an unworthy disciple of His Divine Grace Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, my Divine Master. I've been coming here for such a long time because my Gurudev has given me an impossible mission, to go across the ocean to the Western countries and spread the sublime teachings of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. I don't know how this mission will be successful, so I've been coming here to this special place where Advaita Acharya, Nityananda Prabhu and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would gather together to plan the Sankirtan movement. I've been praying very earnestly that they will all give me their mercy, and somehow they will empower me and guide me. I want to satisfy my Gurudev's desire, but I'm feeling unqualified." This Bhaktivedanta Swami then disclosed to the Pujari how he was leaving for America the very next day. The Pujari continues his story. "It was a few years later that I began noticing for the first time white Vaishnavas coming to Advaita Bhavan. They were wearing dhotis and saris and chanting on Tulsi Mala. I was shy, so I never spoke to any of them, but one of them gave me this Back to Godhead magazine from America. As I looked at the photos, suddenly I recognized a picture of the founder Acharya, who had brought Krishna consciousness to the West. It was a picture of my old friend, Bhaktivedanta Swami, who had come and prayed here so many times before. Then I realized that he had actually accomplished that impossible task of his Gurudev. I saw that it was indeed he, starting alone and without pretense, who had accomplished this glorious miracle against all odds. This example of Srila Prabhupada's dedication can serve as our shared inspiration as we carry on humbly serving this wonderful mission." Thank you so much.
Haribol. Rambhoru, Hare Krishna. Thank you. And then Ambika, please. Thank you. If anybody sees Narahari or Gokularani, Prabhupada's disciples, just let me know, and I'll invite. Oh, okay. Okay. Sorry?
So as I was looking around yesterday while I was sitting here at the temple, I was thinking about you, Srila Prabhupada, and I realized that everything I was seeing and hearing, all the people in my world right now, everything that I have, the way I live, what I do with my time, what I wear, what I eat, the activities I'm engaged in are all due to you. I would not be sitting here in New Govardhan Ashram right now unless your teachings and your presence in the world had inspired your devotees to buy this land and create a space where people could come and engage in devotional service and the 6 loving exchanges promoted by Srila Goswami. And so as I reflect on my good fortune of having met you many years ago, an authentic pure servant of Krishna, I am reminded of the unpayable debt I owe you. In a lecture you gave in Los Angeles in 1974, where you explained Vyasa Puja like this: we have got debts to so many people. First debt is to the demigods. Just like the sun god and the moon god, they are supplying heat and light. And Varuna, the water god, is supplying us water, and Vayu supplies the air. So in this material world, we have got so many debts, but people do not care about that. Just like we are receiving light from the sun, but we are not paying anything for the sunlight, and therefore we are debtors. This is the Vedic idea. We are getting electricity, but if we don't pay the bill, how long will we be able to use it? After some days, the source of the electricity will be cut off. So although we do not pay any bill to sunlight because it is the order of Krishna, it gives us light. But how long do we expect that to go on? This is sinful. If you take something from someone and do not repay it, or give something in exchange, that is considered sinful. So there are so many debts. First to the demigods, then the rishis, the saintly persons. Because we get Vedic knowledge from saintly persons, we are debtors. We are a debtor to the spiritual master, to the sages, to the saintly persons, because we are getting knowledge from them. Therefore we do Vyasa Puja. We offer worship to the Guru. Once in a year, the disciples worship the spiritual master and try to repay what they have received from them. So, Srila Prabhupada, I'm coming before you as someone who is eternally indebted, with no possible way of paying that debt, except to try and share what I have learned and connect others to your transcendental message of unconditional love, and to assist you in facilitating people's engaging their time and talents in the service of your mission and your message. And by that simple endeavor, despite so many faults, we all become purified, and gradually, little by little, we can understand your true position as an incarnation of God's mercy. So on this Vyasa Puja day, we respect you like we respect God, not that we believe that you are God, but because you only taught what you heard from your Guru, who repeated what he heard from his Guru, in an unbroken line of teachers, who all represent the literary incarnation of Lord Krishna, who delivered Vedic wisdom to the world by compiling the essence of Vedic teachings, particularly in Srimad Bhagavatam. And so on your birthday, Srila Prabhupada, because you are the Guru for all of us as ISKCON founder, a bona fide representative of Vyasadeva, and so we worship Vyasadeva through you. You often explain that this is how to approach the Supreme Lord. Krishna says that if you worship his bona fide representative, that worship is better than worshiping him directly. One has to go through an acharya, someone who is supremely learned, or vidvan, and so Vyasadeva is the original teacher. This does not mean one has to become a great logician or academic. One just has to follow the teachings of a bona fide representative of Krishna like you. Thank you so very much, Srila Prabhupada.
Jai Hari Bol. Jayadharma Prabhu, Hari Bol. Would you like to speak a bit later on? Just 5 minutes? Down. Okay. I'll let you collect your thoughts, and you have so many fond memories of Srila Prabhupada from early days here in Australia. So, yeah, I'll call you later. Thank you.
Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Srimati Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namane Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pacharane Nevasista Sunyavari Paschachadi Shatani. Actually, I have to apologize because some of Ram Prasad's beautiful story is in mine, but it's kind of essential to the point I'm trying to make. So you are a self-realized Acharya, Srila Prabhupada, and came to distribute love of God to the masses. Your preparation was over many years and was fueled by your desire to fulfill the orders of your Guru to take Krishna consciousness to the Western world. To achieve this task, which you described as impossible, spades of mercy from the Acharyas and from the Lord himself was vital. You prayed continually along with your chanting, your preaching, your various services, and your writing. A beautiful example of your prayers came from the memories of your neighbor in Vrindavan in 1964 or 5. Many times in the night, Hridayananda Babaji Maharaj would hear a voice calling out and crying from the next door Radha Damodar temple. One night, on a full moon, he climbed up to the roof of his residence in the middle of the night and looked down into the courtyard. There he saw you, Srila Prabhupada, sweeping the courtyard of Rupa Goswami's Samadhi. You were bending down, sweeping, weeping. You called out, "Hey Rupa, hey Sanatan, hey Gurudev, please give me your mercy. Without your mercy, I cannot do anything. Give me the mercy, give me the strength that I may fulfill your orders." Gopal Chandra Ghosh described that you received various darshans from your Guru Maharaj there in Radha Damodar temple. He came in dreams and blessed you with the power to write. He said to you that if you just wrote, the 6 Goswamis would help you. Once, Srila Sanatan, Srila Rupa and Jiva Goswamis appeared to you and personally gave you mercy and guidance for your writing. You always modestly said, Srila Prabhupada, that you didn't write your books. On one occasion, in 1965, Srila Prabhupada, right there in Radha Damodar temple, you received darshan of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati. You glimpsed his form and he spoke to you. He gave you the order to go to the west. When you asked him, how shall I do this? You received his reply that you must go because it was the order of Srila Rupa Goswami and that he would help you. Your guru told you, they are waiting for you there. They are crying for you. By Krishna's grace, you were then given a ticket for America. Before leaving from Calcutta, you visited Advaita Acharya's house in Shantipur. You had regularly taken darshan there in your householder years. You would chant japa quietly and deeply. Sometimes the pujari there saw your eyes full of tears. Later, for some years, you went to live in Jhansi and Vrindavan. You returned to Advaita Acharya's house as a sannyasi in 1965 before boarding the boat to America. You chanted japa there for several hours while unabashedly weeping. As you paid obeisances and left, you spoke to the pujari and explained that your Guru Maharaj had given you an impossible task to spread the sublime teachings of Lord Chaitanya in the Western countries. You explained that you had come there to pray for the mercy of Sri Advaita Acharya, Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda before embarking on your mission, since this was the original house that the Sankirtan movement was planned in. Even as you spoke to the pujari, tears were falling because you were feeling unqualified for your mammoth task. Yet you did receive the mercy from the acharyas that you had so begged for. You were shown mercy on the Jaladuta by Lord Shri Krishna himself when he came in your dream and rowed the boat to safety after your second heart attack. In New York, despite so many austerities and challenges in the beginning, disciples came to you. You instructed them, nurtured them, loved them, and just as you had received mercy, you passed on that mercy to your fledgling disciples. Srila Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami, Jiva Goswami assisted you as you wrote. Krishna provided manpower and money as needed to allow the movement to grow and expand. At all times you were receiving mercy. A common theme in the memories of the devotees is your open-hearted mercy to all you met, not only your disciples, but their family members or anyone who visited you, or even to people on the street or on the beach. It was a transference of the mercy that you had begged for and received to the souls who later connected with you. You epitomize the 26 qualities of a Vaishnava, including 1, he is kind to everyone, 6, he is magnanimous, 10, he works for everyone's benefit, 19, he offers respect to everyone, 20, he doesn't want respect from others, 22, he is merciful. Having been the recipient of that mercy, Srila Prabhupada, as your unworthy disciple, I would like to thank you from the depths of my contaminated heart. I only wish I was worthy of that mercy. But just as Krishna's grace is causeless, so also is yours. I therefore remain indebted to you forever. Because of bodily conception, I cannot have mercy in the way self-realized souls do, but please allow me at least to be kind to all. The best way for us to thank you for your mercy on us is to pay it forward and give mercy to others. Please help me to be conscious of this in all dealings, begging for your causeless mercy, your unworthy disciple, Ambika Dasi.
Haribo. Thank you, Ambika. Krsnarupa, please, and then Mahotsaha. And just while Krsnarupa's making her way up to the microphone, I checked in with her so she wouldn't get annoyed with me. But Krsnarupa yesterday celebrated quite a milestone in her spiritual journey. Yesterday was the 50th anniversary of her taking both first and second initiation from Srila Prabhupada on Janmashtami in Sri Vrindavan Dham. So I was thinking that makes a nice teaching moment for all of us, such a veteran of devotional service, and if it inspires even one or two of us to see this wonderful process through for at least half a century, like Krsnarupa Dasi has done, then we'll be very grateful.
Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada, thank you so much for not kicking me away from your lotus feet. I'm undeserving, but I'm begging for your mercy and the mercy of your disciples and your grand disciples and great-grand disciples, etc. Offering tearful obeisances at your divine feet, praying for grace that you again I will meet. The blistering fire and cruelty of the material world continues to shroud me in a fearful whirl. Without your succor, where would I be? Bereft of your love, I would be drowning in a tumultuous sea. Your power, your strength, and being Mahaprabhu's Senapati Bhakta, the Benedicta, the Blessed, in this astonishing trifecta. 50 years have passed, and I love you no less. I'm praying to keep loving you through all the tests. And although I am forlorn without seeing you, your divine grace, keep me with you, and at your feet my heart to place.
Haribol. Thank you, Krsnarupa. Mahotsaha, Prabhu, please. And then after Mahotsaha, I'd like to ask Sukla Dasi, followed by Jagat Priya, please. Jagat Priya, you have something written. I have Mandapa's offering here. You have one of your own. So I'll read Mandapa's, and you can read yours. Okay? Thank you.
Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimati Bhaktivedanta Swami Namaste Saraswati Dev Gauravani Vachari. We were hearing in this morning's class, Srila Prabhupada was explaining that all of the mercy comes through the parampara, and that mercy becomes manifest. So I can only say, having a very slow brain, that I feel my life is in debt to Srila Prabhupada. I very fortunately got put into some very dramatic scenarios in life which led me to Srila Prabhupada's Bhagavad Gita, which led me to write to Srila Prabhupada, and fortunately I got a letter back. And that letter was an instruction, the first instruction that you gave to me, Srila Prabhupada, which was to basically live in the association of devotees, take Krishna Prasadam, chant and dance and make my life perfect. So I've had that through my stubborn mind right from the beginning, and yet somehow there is always something that thwarts my endeavors to fully surrender at your lotus feet, and for that I am extremely sad. However, we know that nothing would be here without your grace. These tiles wouldn't exist. None of these devotees would be sitting here if not for your endeavor to come to the West, to give us Bhagavad Gita, to give us instruction, and to give us the Lord's mercy. Everything depends on you. Otherwise, we would not have the deities, and we wouldn't even know about the taste for which we always hanker. At your lotus feet, I beg to submit a quick writing, imperfect, but it's what I've struggled to write. Dear Srila Prabhupada, I submit myself at your lotus feet to celebrate your miraculous achievements in opening the door to Vaikuntha. After landing in the 8 million non-human species of life, we now suffer in this human body, which you have instructed gives a rare opportunity to go home to the lotus feet of Sri Radha Krishna. You have explained everything, especially that we should be very careful. We have got this precious opportunity of understanding Krishna consciousness. We should not waste a single moment without Krishna consciousness. Avyata kalatvam Amogha Lila, as advised by Srila Rupa Goswami. Every moment we shall count, whether I have wasted it or utilized it this life. At your lotus feet I submit myself as yours again and again. I can never repay my debt to you, so I pray that I might always be in your service, birth after birth, Srila Prabhupada. Your forgetful servant, Mahotsaha Das.
Jai. Haribol. Sukla, please, and then Jagat Priya. And Jayadharma after Jagat Priya. Would you like to? Yep, thank you. Oh, I have one small. Krishna Prabhu, would you mind detaching from the notice board the gifts that have been offered to Srila Prabhupada? It's just blue tack there. If you could bring that in to me, I'd be really grateful. Thank you.
I have to apologize because mine's not as eloquent as my predecessors, and it's just someone had asked me to write a little bit of a story about Prabhupada, and Srila Prabhupada was, because I used to have a little bit of association with him doing his rooms and things, but sometimes I would see him like a soft rose, but he was also very much like a fierce lion. So this is a story a little bit just explaining how he actually was in different ways. Anyway. Okay. Our beloved Srila Prabhupada, beloved and worshipped, was beyond extraordinary. At an age when many people retire, he decided to fulfill the orders of his spiritual master and travel to the far side of the planet and simply sit and chant under a tree. What a movement! It began by the actions of such a pure devotee of the Lord is beyond imagination, offering temples, the tap-tap of his typewriter in the early hours of the morning, so sweet to those that had the privilege to hear before he left us with the jewels of the demigods and sages throughout eternity. Little do we understand the gift imparted to us and how much we took for granted. It was on a brisk Melbourne morning as we piled out of the car, excited to be on the morning walk with our beloved Srila Prabhupada. Anxious to hear what nectar was to flow from those lotus lips, I was positioned directly behind Srila Prabhupada. As we continued to walk, my head down, I kept my eyes fixed on those golden feet in front of me. Unfortunately, my godbrother, Haridas, I won't explain his name, not to upset him, besides me, was so eager to hear the conversation, failed to do so, and accidentally clipped the back of Srila Prabhupada's heels. Prabhupada stopped and turned around to look at him. Then, returning to the path ahead, continued. A few minutes later, the same godbrother clipped Srila Prabhupada's heels again. Srila Prabhupada turned again and gave us a longer, discontented glare at him, and once again returned to the path ahead. At this point, I implored him to actually move back. As luck would have it, he actually clipped Srila Prabhupada's heels again. No one could believe this. At this point, Srila Prabhupada, who was soft like a rose, also reacting to what he could only be called stupidity, turned and raised his cane and whacked him. We were all astonished and a little amused at our guru as an ocean of mercy putting up with the blind and discreditors people that we are, and those that have absolutely no qualifications whatsoever, were exhausting. Such fumbling and zeal went throughout Srila Prabhupada's lifetime with us, hoping each time that we would do a little better. Until one day, kirtan all over the world began, and prayers and pleas were ringing out through the universe for the recovery. In our ignorance, we've been confident that he would recover, that he could not leave us. These classes, the sweet bhajans, smiling and humble gratitude of our humble attempts to serve him would go on. But a lesson indeed was to surface. We have no control. We are told Krishna can be controlled by love, by the love of Radha, the great Vaishnavas and pure devotees of the Lord. Could this be our plea? Would it be ever heard? Together we all lack devotion, failing to keep this glorious vapu of our spiritual master here. To believe we have any control is the greatest fragility in this world. The Lord has a plan which we can never understand. One of the most ingrained lessons demonstrated to us was how to care and serve others with complete compassion. This request of His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada was to cooperate, carry on this mission, and treasure what He handed down to us. As disciples depart, now too often we are becoming increasingly aware of the significance of His Vani. The instructions and desires of our spiritual master give us breath, and whilst we are fortunate enough to still be here to execute his plans, his mission we must endure through separation. So we take a deep breath, steady our hearts, clench our hands with a desire to continue his legacy and that of the Parampara that bestowed this gift given to us by Sri Krishna and Govinda and our divine Srila Prabhupada, your servant Srila Prabhupada.
Jai Hari Bol. Ayu, Hari Bol. Can I ask a favour, please? I just noticed Amogha Prabhu walk past. Would you mind getting a chair for him and inviting him into the temple room? Maybe a couple of chairs, because, yes. The good news is, everyone, a bigger temple is being built here at New Govardhan in the years ahead. And Ajita was kind enough to share with me that the day before Janmashtami, he got the application with the tree, yes, with the Tweed Shire Council development application. The DA was approved, so isn't that auspicious? So that will be happening in the years ahead. Okay, let's see, where were we up to? Yes, Jagat Priya, please. Followed by Jayadharma. Thank you.
Dear Srila Prabhupada, all glories unto you. It was indeed my great fortune that you came into my life. Not only did you come into my life, but you accepted me as your disciple. You said that when initiation takes place, the spiritual master becomes the spiritual father, and Gayatri Mantra becomes the spiritual mother, and second birth takes place. This is, of course, great comfort to me, knowing that you will always be close. Srila Prabhupada, you also said that we are all the limbs of your body, and that I can't read my own writing. And unless we cooperate, your life will be useless. Srila Prabhupada, your life will never be considered useless. In just 11 years, you changed thousands of lives by boldly preaching Krishna consciousness around the world. Your humility is topmost. All you want was that we would become Krishna conscious. All glories to you, Srila Prabhupada, for coming on the order of your spiritual master, distributing books and prasadam and love of God to anyone who would take it. Your name is spread all over the three worlds. In March 10th, 1967, you said, so if you become Krishna conscious once, even if at that time you are so-called unconscious, still Krishna is with you. He is not forgetful. He is not forgetful. Therefore, he will give you the proper result. Don't think that at the time of your death, because you are so completely out of consciousness, therefore there is no use. Because of activities already recorded by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is situated within our hearts. So therefore Krishna is not question. There is no question of frustration. You just practice while you're in good consciousness, good body and good health. Just practice Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And the result is guaranteed. All glories to you, Srila Prabhupada.
Jai. Thank you, Jagat Priya. Jayadharma Prabhu, thank you. And then Narahari Prabhu after Jayadharma, followed by your good wife, Gokulananda. Thank you. Gokularani. Thank you. I better get these names right.
Jai Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Each year we come down to Govardhan for Janmashtami and Guru-puja, and I can say that Prabhupada is alive in transcendental vibration, and the most inspiring thing is to hear all the offerings from Prabhupada's disciples. But actually last year I couldn't forget the offerings of the grand disciples, you, who are experiencing Prabhupada in transcendental sound. And that's actually how Prabhupada is the spiritual master for the next 10,000 years. And this is actually a transcendental sound factory, converting the hearts of the fallen into devotees of the Lord. So I'm witnessing your potency, and I bow down at your lotus feet and thank you for your mercy and all the devotees. Hare Krishna.
Jai Ho. Hare Bol. Thank you, Jayadharma. Narahari Prabhu. Just for everyone's information, Narahari and Gokularani were the leaders of New Govardhan community, but way back in the 1980s. Narahari was the temple president for quite some time before he passed the torch across to someone else. So nice to see you back here, Prabhu.
Thank you, Prabhu. I'd like to relate my own experience, if I might. When I was quite a young man, I came in contact with the devotees. They were performing, in those days, Radha Krishna Temple was like a gig. And they were performing at a local student place, and I went along.
Microphone closer to
Oh, sorry. And we had a very wonderful evening of kirtan, and afterwards we were talking to the devotees. And one devotee said, I was in Wales at the time, in Cardiff. He said, "Oh, in a couple of weeks' time, our spiritual master is coming to London. We're having a Ratha Yatra festival. You know, you should come along." I thought, yeah, we should do that. In those days, going to London from Cardiff was like, travelling to the moon. But we thought, yeah, let's go. So we all gathered everything up and made the trip. And we arrived at Trafalgar Square in London. I don't know if you've been to London or not, but it's a very grand place. It's the centre of empire. Huge monument, big lions in every corner. And we arrived there because there was a Ratha Yatra, and that's where the Ratha Yatra ended up. And there was this magnificent seat in bright red velvet with gold elephants. And it really looked like it was fit for someone extremely exalted and important. So we were waiting, because I read a little Bhagavad Gita and I'd understood you need a spiritual master. You can speculate, you can, talk, you can read, ultimately you have to find a teacher. So I thought perhaps this person here today, coming today, will be that person. Unfortunately, Prabhupada didn't come. We were very disappointed. Something had happened overseas and he couldn't make it in time. So we had to go back to where we were from and try and develop our own little bit of Krishna consciousness. Fortunately, some devotees came and opened a center, and I joined the temple, and then I moved to London. And we had to wait till almost the next 12 months, and Prabhupada was going to be coming. So we were very excited, as you can imagine. Imagine how you would feel if someone said, Srila Prabhupada's coming. So we waited, the flight was delayed, but finally Prabhupada turned up in Bury Place, and he alighted from the vehicle. And Prabhupada was bathed in sunlight. He had a silken saffron gown, and his complexion is like gold. And he also had this amazing fragrance. So we were like stunned. Who is this person? He's finally come here. And we were ecstatic. And Prabhupada went inside the temple. He went upstairs for a few minutes and came down. He took his place on the Vyasa right next to Radha Ishwara. And he had a wonderful kirtan, which we followed. I was sitting only inches away. I was thinking, how good is this? And Prabhupada gave a wonderful talk, and we felt great bliss. But after a couple of days, I was already initiated by that time, and after a couple of days, they said, oh, you can get your second initiation. Oh, okay. And Srila Prabhupada himself will initiate you. Well, you mean I'm going to get an opportunity to go into Prabhupada's room? It was quite difficult to get into Prabhupada's room. You could get on a morning walk, and you could get close to Prabhupada, but getting into Prabhupada's room was not an easy thing. There were always guards there. And guests would come in. Anyway, they said you should go down there at 11 o'clock or whatever it was. I knocked on the door, heard Prabhupada's voice, they come in. And I went in the room. I thought the room would be full. There was nobody in there. It's just me. I felt a little nervous, but Prabhupada beckoned me over. Come over here. Sit down. I sat right next to him. He said, I'm going to show you now how you do the Gayatri Mantra. He gave me the sacred thread. Then he showed me the process of counting on your fingers. And you don't get it right the first time, do you? And he showed me once or twice, and he said, to be a Brahmin, which you now become a Brahmin, means you have to be very clean, internally and externally. Cleanliness is very important. And at that point, I paid my obeisances. I left the room. Then outside the room, I'd read about the Sanskrit expression Sat Chit Ananda. Eternity, knowledge, bliss. That's what we're all trying to aspire to. And for those few moments, I felt that I'd had that experience. Timelessness was gone, bliss, and I felt like I didn't need to know anything else. And at that point, someone came up to me and gave me a little box, maybe a secretary. And I was still thinking, Prabhupada, he had such a nice bodily scent. They gave me this box, and I opened it. Prabhupada had come from Los Angeles on the flight before he came to London. Inside was a gardenia garland. And we'd never experienced that in the UK. It's not a very exotic tropical place, so you don't get those kind of things there. And I breathed in the fragrance. And, it was such a wonderful thing. And from that day on, that sustained me, those moments. And whenever I'm fortunate enough to walk near a gardenia bush, my mind is transferred back to that time. So they say that of all the things that invoke memory, scent is one of them, or the most important one actually. So it's worth remembering that. You can help your meditation on Krishna, on Prabhupada. You can also use that as a way of stimulating your thinking. So, yeah, that was my introduction. Thank you very much, Srila Prabhupada. Ki Jai.
Jai. Thank you, Narahari. Gokularani, please. She's just now coming. Rupa Raghunath, Prabhu, I can see you outside. Thank you. Would you mind finding Amogha? Oh, there he is. Fantastic. Amogha, you're here. Fantastic. I'm so happy. Could somebody get a chair and please invite Amogha ji? Yeah, a little closer. And Amogha, after Gokularani, would you mind speaking, please? Yes. Okay.
Jai Srila Prabhupada. Not only among hundreds and thousands, but among millions of perfectly liberated souls, a pure devotee is hardly ever found. So how fortunate are we all to have had Prabhupada's association in some way or other? John Lennon once asked Prabhupada, "Who is a true guru?" And Prabhupada said, "One who is addicted to Krishna." That certainly was and is Srila Prabhupada. I first heard Prabhupada speak in Melbourne Town Hall. It was in 74, I think. He spoke then about, perfect knowledge, disciplic succession. Krishna means God, and by chanting Hare Krishna we are directly in contact with God because his name is non-different. He summed up by saying this human life is meant to prepare oneself to go back to Godhead. All other business is simply a waste of time. And that rang very true for me, as I was feeling quite useless at that time. And so not long after I joined the temple at the Manor in London. Prabhupada was an ocean of auspicious qualities. Although he could be very serious and grave, he could be very joyful and quick-witted. He would especially like to make fun of bogus gurus. He once described a yogi in Calcutta who would make a show of a detachment and throw any gifts given to him in the Howrah River. But later on at night, he would go to that river and pull all the gifts out with a fishing net. On one other time, a devotee said to Prabhupada, "That you look very beautiful today, Srila Prabhupada." And Prabhupada said, "Why just today?" He knew how to deal with journalists who sometimes could be quite impudent. One such journalist cheekily asked Prabhupada, "Do you know everything?" And that would have been quite a threatening thing to say to most of us. And Prabhupada just said, "Yes." And the devotees that were present there would cheer. Just Jai Srila Prabhupada. So when we think that Prabhupada was at the ripe old age of 70 and he set off to America to establish our movement, it's really hard to imagine. The devotees now who are in their 70s just wonder how he could have done that. And Prabhupada once said on his way to America, "How will these people are differently educated, and as soon as I say to them, 'My dear sir, you have to give up meat eating, intoxication, illicit sex life and gambling,' they will say, 'Please go home.'" And Prabhupada once said in a conversation that we are giving a light which was unknown in this world. I always think that that's an incredible thing. Thank you, Prabhupada. You have given us everything, and as you often said, you are present in your books. Jai Srila Prabhupada.
Jai Hari Bol. Thank you, Gokularani. Amogha Prabhu, thank you. Is Chamari here somewhere? I'm looking. Okay, all right, thank you. Perhaps after Amogha, Prabhu, I might ask you to speak. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Sometimes devotees ask me to tell what the good old days were like. And I said, after seeing a kirtan like they had last night, these are the good old days. There's nothing better than that kirtan. It's just
Microphone up close to your mouth.
It's so ecstatic. The kirtan last night was so ecstatic that you cannot say the good old days were any better than that. It just doesn't get any better than that, except it always gets better than that. It's eternal. I wrote a little poem. Soul eternal, body dies. Let Krishna's beauty fill your eyes. Hearing Srila Prabhupada, one can easily please God. When we were in Penang in Malaysia, 1971, I think, we were riding in the car. Prabhupada was in front of me in the front seat, and I was sitting in the back seat of the car. And I was feeling bad because I didn't feel I did any valuable service, and I felt like, oh God, what can I do to do something to please Prabhupada? And he turned around and looked at me over his shoulder, and he said, as soon as one offers obeisances, all good work is done. And he smiled. But I forgot to mention that before he said that, I started to pray in the back seat of the car, offering obeisances to Prabhupada, because I couldn't do much service, I thought, and offer obeisances in my mind. So when he said that, then I knew that he was listening to me clear, and he heard what I said, and he said, as soon as you offer obeisances, all good work is done. Are we having the 2-minute limit again this year?
When you hear the bell ring,
I didn't hear a bell. Actually, my hearing's really bad today. I can't hear.
That's really convenient, Amogha.
I had this box, back to Godhead box full of stuff I brought to Prabhupada, and one was a book cover for I got made for his devotees lady made for his books so they wouldn't touch the floor is my idea. So when I gave it to Prabhupada, he said, I don't touch the floor with my Bhagavatam. I keep my Bhagavatam on the bookshelf.
Microphone up.
And then everybody started laughing, like if there was all of you plus another 200 devotees, they're all laughing at me at the same time. It was really amazing. And Prabhupada was so deft, every time I would try to say something like explain what I meant, I said, I didn't mean I keep my Bhagavatam on the desk. And then I try to say something, I keep the Bhagavatam on the bookshelf. I don't put my Bhagavatam on the floor. And then everybody was laughing, and they couldn't even sit up there, just rolling around. And so then I decided to just be quiet and wait. I couldn't say anything. So then, because I didn't say anything, the laughter died down. Then he looked at the box, and he knew something else was in the box. And he says, then. So now I was like, I don't know if I can offer anything of value. But I pulled out a scarf. One of the lady devotees had made a scarf, knitted, and he was pleasant. He liked it. He put it on, took and put it on his desk. And then he looked at the box again. So then I had these mangoes that I bought in downtown Melbourne, mangoes, really ripe ones they brought in from the northern states, and difficult to get at that time of year. So I pulled out these mangoes and said, I have some mangoes for you. So then, like, as a commentary, when I first started trying to offer him the book cover, I thought, I've got something pretty cool to offer to Prabhupada. And it's really nice cloth and tassels, and he'll be really pleased. So this is like offering with pride, false pride. And then when you get down to the bottom of the box, I don't think I have anything of value. And that's all I have to offer. And then Prabhupada goes, mango. Mango is the king of fruit. And then he beamed this big smile, and everybody was so satisfied the way Prabhupada would say things and do things. It was really wonderful. And Prabhupada says, king of fruit, please put some in my milk tonight. And put it in truth. They called Shruti Kirti, and they came in from the kitchen and said, I want to have this mango in my milk. So there's ran over the minutes. Maybe it's a minute of Lord Brahma we can go for.
Save some for next year, Amoghaji.
Okay. Did you say something next year?
No, yeah. Save some. Some more nectar for next year.
All glories to Srila Prabhupada.
Jai Hari Bol. Prabhu. Thank you. Hare Krishna. So I've written a short offering to Srila Prabhupada. It is our immense good fortune that we are all able to come together and glorify Lord Krishna's dearmost servant, Srila Prabhupada. He has given us everything we need for a happy and successful life, both personally and collectively. Prabhupada is the kitchen acharya and kirtan acharya, and through this means he has given us Krishna. He has brought the transcendental world, the transcendental realm, to this mortal world. Just see the deities before us, who we are able to serve and worship. There is no doubt that Srila Prabhupada was and is the empowered personality to bring Lord Krishna to this world. In 1977 we were doing Harinam on Queen Street in Auckland, and a plaque on the wall of one of the large banks caught my attention. Perhaps it was the Bank of New Zealand. It depicted a sheaf of wheat bound up with a strong cord, with the caption below, "Together we are strong." I thought at the time this should be our emblem and motto for ISKCON under Srila Prabhupada's shelter. Some years later in Australia, another bank came up with a slogan, "Get with the strength, get with the strength," along with a caricature of a large elephant. Again, I thought this is an option, an motto, and imagery for taking shelter of Srila Prabhupada and his ISKCON. So get with the strength. The banking and investment world, as we know, is centered around money and speculation on money markets, another feature or face of gambling. Srila Prabhupada suggested that we dovetail that gambling propensity we have by taking a gamble with Krishna. If we follow the path correctly, we are sure to be winners under the shelter of Srila Prabhupada's lotus feet. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. So I'll read your offering, Mandapaji, okay, first, and then I have an offering of my own. Dear Srila Prabhupada, please accept obeisances at your divine lotus feet. All glories to you on the occasion of your 128th Appearance Day anniversary. Yes, all glories indeed go to you, Srila Prabhupada, for you have got and will continue to get the accolades and worship for bringing the teachings of Lord Sri Krishna to countless thirsty souls who have awaited delivery of the transcendental message. That message has the power to immediately end our material existence. All that is needed is the desire, and you are ready to bestow your unlimited blessings in many forms. Just seeing how you go about devotional service in daily affairs, in so many situations, in those dozens of wonderful videos, surely count as Vapu association. And then you have given your masterpiece, Srimad Bhagavatam, and many other titles that are truly unfathomable Vani association. Either way, it's all good. Thank you for being the perfect devotee, your aspiring servant, Mandapa Das. Dear Srila Prabhupada, please accept my most humble obeisances in the dust of your lotus feet. Srimad Bhagavatam 1.1.22 states, "We think that we have met your goodness by the will of providence, just so that we may accept you as captain of the ship for those who desire to cross the difficult ocean of Kali, which deteriorates all the good qualities of a human being. No doubt by Krishna's divine arrangement you took birth the day after his appearance on Nandotsava, so that forevermore we have this amazing 2-day festival to celebrate each year. Most of us accepted by you as duly initiated disciples have now passed the age you were when you arrived in America. You disregarded the Vedic injunction that sannyasis shouldn't cross the ocean from Punyabhumi, India, to the lands of the Mlechas and Yavanas. However, the astrological predictions were there from your childhood that at age 70 you would travel abroad and open 108 temples, and that you would create a house in which the whole world could live peacefully. On one occasion, when pressed if there were any indications of your future greatness when you were a child, you replied humbly, "Perhaps my father knew." Today is your glorious appearance day, where you are worshipped as the representative of Srila Vyasadeva, the literary incarnation of the personality of Godhead. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur almost single-handedly restored the dignity of the Gaudiya Sampradaya before passing the torch to his son, your spiritual master, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada, who gave it shape and asked you to spread it worldwide in English, and if you ever got money, to print books. You sometimes spoke and wrote about first-class, second-class, and third-class disciples and servants. You, Srila Prabhupada, epitomize and personify a truly first-class disciple, doing more than what you were asked to do. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta only ever suggested you preach Mahaprabhu's message in English, but you travelled to many countries where English wasn't the first language, and with the help of your multilingual disciples translating, so many more devotees joined and your books in those languages were produced. You also went above and beyond the call of duty by reinvigorating Gaudiya Vaishnavism in India from the early 70s onward. During visits to India in our younger days, we would purchase Jiva Rasayana, an Ayurvedic tonic for the body, and Brahma Rasayana, a tonic for the brain. By your causeless mercy only at this late stage in my life am I realizing that the best tonic is Krishna Bhakti Rasayanam, hearing your wonderful translation commentary of Krishna's name, fame, form, pastimes, and entourage. I'll conclude, Srila Prabhupada, with the charming story of your giving one of your pharmaceutical tonics to your godbrother, Dr. O.B.L. Kapoor, Adikeshava Das, in Prayag in 1932. Adikeshava Das spoke. Srila Prabhupada was a chemist. He used to sell medicines, and sometimes he would manufacture original formulas. When he developed some tonic, he would offer it to me to sample. Once he had a tonic for brain concentration, which he suggested I use during my school examinations. I did so, and it was quite successful. I said, Abhay Prabhu, I am happy you gave me this tonic, but why don't you give me the tonic that you yourself use? Which tonic is that, he asked. The tonic that helps you to become such an advanced Vaishnava, to give such wonderful Hari Katha and Sankirtan, the tonic of Krishna Prema which you use secretly. In a humble way he smiled and said, oh, I am working on that, but I have not yet been able to procure it. But later he said one thing which was an indication of his future plans for service to our Gurudev. He said, about that tonic we used to discuss, I have not yet been able to manufacture, but I do know the formula. I said, please let me know the formula if it's not a secret. He said, it's not a secret. The formula is, and if we all know it, we can chant it together. Trinadapi sanichena tarorapi sahishnuna amanina manadena kirtaniya sadahari. And someday I will preach it all over the world. Srila Prabhupada ki. I beg to remain in your service always, your insignificant son, Alalanath Das. I might just pause for a moment, everyone, and give thanks to just some of the unlimited devotees. I was thinking New Govardhan is such an opulent community, and one of the many opulences here that we have so many wonderful Prabhupada disciples, either on or living nearby with us. It's such an opulence, it's so wonderful. So I wanted to thank everyone on this very auspicious day for Srila Prabhupada's pleasure. Some devotees, Nrsimha Chaitanya Prabhu has very kindly donated $250 for many of the garlands, a lot of the garlands, for Srila Prabhupada in the temple room in the altar. Please give him a big Hari Bol. Madanga, please. Some wampus. Yes. And special mention to all the ladies we saw. We had, I think, at least a half a dozen tables, trestle tables set up here yesterday. It was a beautiful thing. And 26 garlands were made. So ladies, didn't see too many Prabhus there. I'm a little shaky for stringing garlands. I wanted to help, but all glories to the garland makers yesterday. 26 garlands will be offered to Srila Prabhupada. Chitraleka Saki and family, $108 donations. Guru Parampara, the disciplic chain of holy teachers, and the Panchatattva and the 6 Goswamis and previous acharyas. 8 garlands in total, they donated for that. Please, big Hari Bol. Patraka Prabhu and Premavati, $164 donation. For new outfit for Srila Prabhupada in the temple room. Hari Bol. And a new outfit also for Srila Prabhupada's Murti, his deity on the altar, $80, and that was very kindly given by Sham and Radha Saki. So thank you. And flowers for Guru-puja, everyone, $451. Abishek for Srila Prabhupada. Also from the wonderful family at Surabi Kunj, please, everyone. Thank you. And also from Surabi Kunj family, devotees, Mahaguru Puja, offerings for today, $264. So thank you very much, Prabhus. And the biggest applause and Madanga banging, please, playing. Can we have a... Yeah, please. This is Jidamrita Prabhu from the Byron Yoga Center has sponsored today's feast, everyone, to the tune of $5,000. Hari Bol. Thank you, Jidamrita. All right, so just let me not miss anything here. Okay. Oh, yes. And at about in about 20 minutes, everyone, a wonderful, magnificent cake will be brought in and offered to Srila Prabhupada. So the cake team, everyone, Srimati headed it up. But she had some wonderful helpers there in the form of Christina and Palika, Parthasarati, and Sananda, and also David Hooper. So please give them, this is the cake team, everyone. And I got a little discombobulated when I saw David Hooper's name there, because we all know we have Deva Gaura Hari, and he's also David Hooper. So just as we have a couple of Naraharis here today, Narahari Senior and Narahari Junior, there's probably more as well that I don't even know about. So, but anyway, big thank you to David Hooper, who helped with the cake team. And speaking of Deva Gaura Hari, he and his good wife Bhavi and their family, and just so many devotees. I didn't even have enough space in my folio book here, but huge thank you. They've been cooking for days. Actually, they started prepping on Thursday for Prabhupada's feast. What to speak all the devotees who brought preparations for Janmashtami for their lordships from home. Driti Gopi for gorgeous decorations. Every big festival, it's just wonderful, and all her team. So please, big Hari Bol for everyone. All right. So at this point, everybody, I am going. Krsnarupa, where are you? Where's my? Oh, there she is. Okay. If I overlook anybody, Krsnarupa, I haven't overlooked anybody, have I? Okay. All right. Just checking. Yeah. Okay. If you can't hear, put up your hand. Srimati, where's Srimati? Is she here? And Padma. I'm going to invite Srimati. Yeah, Padma, are you? And if Srimati's here, she can come first, and then followed by you, Padma. Okay, fantastic. Jai Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Dear Srila Prabhupada, please accept my humble obeisances in the dust of your lotus feet on this most auspicious day of your Vyasa Puja. It was in 1988, and I was sitting in the reception room at Bhaktivedanta Manor with my friend Varshana. Just then, my spiritual master...
Microphone close.
Just then, my spiritual master, His Holiness Shivram Swami, buzzed down on the intercom system to us and asked, "Have you written your offering to Srila Prabhupada yet?" We answered no. Then a few days later, he again asked us if we had written our offerings to your divine grace. That was a catalyst to realizing how important it was to always write a Vyasa Puja offering to you, Srila Prabhupada, and to glorify and appreciate the immense treasures you have given us. It was 128 years ago that you, Srila Prabhupada, a great Mahabhagavat, took birth in Calcutta, India, on the day after Janmashtami, the day of your beloved Lord's birthday. It was Nandotsva. Your parents named you Abhay Charan, one who is fearless, having taken shelter of the Lord's lotus feet. Abhay Charan, whose fearlessness and faith in the lotus feet of Lord Krishna was prominent all throughout your life, throughout all dangers and austerities, to ultimately the most biggest and fearless and greatest dependence on the Lord. With stepping aboard the Jaladuta, from the holy land of Vrindavan to journeying to the materialistic Western world to plant the seed of Krishna consciousness. In your prayer marking Bhagavad Dharma, your full dependence on the Lord was very much obvious as you sailed into Boston Harbor. You wrote in verses 11 to 13, "How will I make them understand this message of Krishna consciousness? I am very unfortunate, unqualified, and the most fallen. Therefore, I am seeking your benediction so that I can convince them that I am powerless to do so on my own. Somehow or other, O Lord, you have brought me here to speak about you. Now, my Lord, it is up to you to make me a success or failure as you like. O spiritual master of all the worlds, I can simply repeat your message, so if you like, you can make my power of speaking suitable for their understanding." With the order of your spiritual master in the forefront of your mind, you, Srila Prabhupada, spent the first year in the US, which proved to be a great struggle. A 70-year-old man with no money, no followers, facing the harsh winters, suffering from night starvation. But you never gave up. In the future, you would say, I walk through fire to spread this Krishna consciousness movement. Then after a year, Krishna sent souls to help you in your mission and would snowball to encompassing your traveling the globe 14 times in 12 years, bringing Krishna consciousness to numerous people, initiating 5,000 disciples, and establishing so many temples as an offering to your beloved spiritual master and Lord Krishna. All the while you were translating the Vedic scriptures from Sanskrit to English, and your pure realizations embedded in your Bhaktivedanta purports. So powerful are your words, Srila Prabhupada. By reading your books as Jagais and Madhais of Kali Yuga, willingly give up sinful activities and surrender to your lotus feet. Even though you physically left us in 1977, Srila Prabhupada, you are always with us. As you said, I shall not die, I shall live forever through my books. You are here with us through your Murti form, your lectures, your instructions, and in the heart of all your followers. You are and always will be our hero, Srila Prabhupada. You are the one at whose feet all masters sit. How can I thank you, Srila Prabhupada? I know my debt to you can never be repaid or even come close to it. I beg to always be grateful to you, Srila Prabhupada, and never forget what you have done for us. With love, your servants.
Jai Hari Bol. Padma, please.
Hare Krishna. So I wanted to read this out today because it's a poem that I actually wrote about 20 years ago for Srila Prabhupada, and I never got the opportunity to offer it, so here it is. My dear Srila Prabhupada, my words will never exactly convey just what my heart is longing to say. You changed our lives in every way, and for those changes, with thanks, I pray. In essence, you have, dear Srila Prabhupada, given us everything worthy of regard, both near and close and distant and far. Your precious gifts remain unsurpassed. From this small person, small servant, small soul, I humbly pray you remain my goal. To serve you in waking as well as in sleeping will always remain my heart's valued keeping. I offer my love, my heart, my breath, to do your bidding to my very best. Until your mission is fully expressed, I vow to not lumber, nor even to rest. Please keep this small servant at your lotus feet. Without such mercy, I suffer defeat. My life remains empty and incomplete. Without your grace, nothing is sweet. And as I stand here, I clearly can see that nothing in my grasp can make me complete. 'Tis by your divine grace and mercy alone that I may one day make it back home. But my destination is not as important as my dedication to further your calling. And so I remain in your service forever, bound by that love that cannot be severed. Yeah, from your small servant. Yeah.
Damodar Prabhu.
Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Srimati Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namane Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Prachadine Nirvishesha Shunnavadi Paschachadeshatanine. Dear Srila Prabhupada, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to your divine grace. How wonderful to have another day to reflect on your magnanimity and our good fortune in being recipients of your mercy. Your dedication to pleasing your spiritual master by striving to manifest his dream to take Krishna consciousness to all corners of the world is truly remarkable. The levels of personal sacrifice, discipline, faith, all motivated by your compassion, have converted us from being lost and condemned souls into supremely fortunate souls, having the chance to awaken our love for Krishna through your guidance. I feel blessed to have been swept up in this movement. Although, as a tiny soul, I have dim realizations, here are some standout qualities that really struck me this morning when I was reflecting. To be born to the illustrious Gaur-Mohan Day, to take birth in that family. Your early attraction to Rath Yatra, Shri Radha Govinda. Your deep commitment to authenticity, spotting frauds. Your father would invite sadhus into the house. Many times you weren't impressed. Your wariness to meet this other sadhu, who it turns out became your spiritual master. But that wariness, is this another fraud? Your willingness to ask him a very shrewd question. Shouldn't we first make India independent before Lord Chaitanya's mission is possible? And your willingness to be humbly instructed and set straight by him. To be so apparent to him as to receive such important instructions from the very first meeting and repeatedly. Being so notably ready to hear, taking your spiritual master's instructions to heart. Committing wholeheartedly to your spiritual master's vision, working with your God brothers to set up locations of Gaudiya Math. Not being deterred by the so many setbacks. Being willing to give up the idyllic life in Vrindavan to serve your Guru's instructions and coming to deliver all of us. Toughing it out despite limited results in the first year. Being so broad-hearted as to engage so many deeply unqualified people without being put off by their lack of orderliness and character. Being a bold dreamer. Sometimes dreamer is used as an insult, but in this case, Srila Prabhupada dared to believe, and thank goodness for that. Being a touchstone who touched the heart and still touches the heart of everyone that you come into contact with. Dedicating yourself to training up so many disciples. Taking on the headache of establishing and running a demanding global organization. So much travel. Speaking uncompromisingly. And sacrificing your sleep to write books, your daily commitment of love. Let's all remember you with the deepest gratitude. Your servant Damodar.
So, either an Antardwip or an Antarbrinda, which one? Yeah, Antardwip Prabhu is going to read Indradyumna Maharaj's offering, which he very much wanted. Maharaj has many, many devotees, disciples here at New Governance, so Antardwip will read Maharaj's offering. Turn the mic on, or yeah.
Hare Krishna.
Keep it up close, please.
Dear Srila Prabhupada, please accept my humble obeisances in the dust of your lotus feet. All glories to you. Today marks the 54th time I've celebrated your Vyasa Puja in my life. This occasion is the spiritual pinnacle of my year, a time when I reflect on the progress I may have made and the services I have rendered in your honor. You envisioned ISKCON as the primary vehicle for propagating the movement initiated over 500 years ago by Lord Chaitanya and his immediate followers, the 6 Goswamis. When you visited temples in the early days of ISKCON, your inquiries were always the same. Quote, how many books have you distributed? How many devotees have you made? What important people have you arranged for me to meet? End quote. Since then, I have believed that answering these questions with tangible results is the key to pleasing you and thereby obtaining the boundless mercy that leads to the ultimate goal of life. Param gopyam api snigdhe Shishye Vachamati Shruti Tachchu Yata Mahabhaga Goloka Mahimaduna. The Vedas say that to a loyal disciple one may speak the confidential secret. Therefore, O most fortunate one, now please hear the glories of Goloka. That's from Sri Brihad Bhagavatamrita, Part 2, Chapter 1, Text 6. Srila Prabhupada, on this sacred day, I come before you with a solemn vow. I am prepared to take as many births as necessary to fulfill your desire to spread Lord Chaitanya's Sankirtan movement during the 10,000-year golden age within this dark Kali Yuga. In a conversation on June 5th, 1976, while driving back from a morning walk in Los Angeles, Rameshwara Swami asked you, quote, Srila Prabhupada, I was told that Lord Chaitanya's movement will rise like a moon and shine for 10,000 years. Is that true? End quote. You softly murmured in assent and then said, quote, this movement will go on for 10,000 years without any impediment. Many fallen souls will be delivered back to home, back to Godhead. Demons that are trying to challenge us cannot stop our movement for 10,000 years. End quote. A couple of weeks later in New Vrindavan, you reiterated this prophecy to your disciples, quote, literatures are selling and they are being appreciated by the learned circles. It takes some time, but if we stick to our principles and do not compromise, our movement will never stop. It will go on at least for 10,000 years. It will continue. End quote. Srila Prabhupada, it is clear to me that you possess the power to gradually transform the face of the earth. This is confirmed in the Vishnu Dharma.
Here comes Prabhupada's feast, everyone. Just make a little bit of a space there, please.
Kalau kritta yugam tasya kalistasya krite yuge yasya chetasi govindo hridaye yasya nachuta. For one who has Lord Govinda in his heart, Satya Yuga becomes manifest in the midst of Kali. And even Satya Yuga becomes Kali Yuga for one who does not have the infallible Lord in his heart. The Sankirtan movement, as you have presented it, is nothing short of miraculous. The word miraculous, of course, is derived from the word miracle, which has its root in the Latin word mira, meaning to wonder at. Miracles are extraordinary events that transcend natural laws and are attributed to a divine or supernatural cause. Historically, miracles have been viewed as evidence of divine power and has served as a profound source of inspiration for religious faith. You hinted at the miraculous nature of this movement during a morning conversation with your disciples in 1970. Quote, people are appreciating that in such a short time, this Hare Krishna mantra is spreading all over the world. It is Krishna's miracle. If Krishna desires, let there be miracles. End quote. You also wrote of the miraculous events that occurred during the pastimes of Lord Chaitanya. For example, is that 5 minutes? Should I stop now? 1 more minute? For example, Mahaprabhu revived the dead son of Srivas Thakur, healed the leper Vasudev, and cured the terminal cholera afflicting the son-in-law of Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. He also revealed visions of his transcendental form to Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya and Ramananda Roy, and influenced the Mayavad sannyasis of Benares by manifesting a brilliant effulgence upon entering their assembly. He even simultaneously appeared in several different kirtan parties during the Rath Yatra in Jagannath Puri. When someone asked you about your own miracles, you smiled, waved your hand toward your disciples and said, quote, my miracle is that I have made all these Western boys and girls devotees of Krishna. End quote. Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai.
Jai.
This is from your servant now and forever, Indradyumna Swami.
Hare Krishna. Sita, please. Just while Sita's making her way up to the microphone, everyone, we'd just like to ask all the devotees to please, and doesn't Driti Gopi think of everything? We even have fans. Jai, Driti Gopi, thank you. Hari Bol. The first president of New Govardhan, everyone, and the devotee who actually found New Govardhan is a devotee by the name of Sabhabati Prabhu. And he's up on the Sunshine Coast at the moment. He's been a long-term resident of Mayapur, Chandrodaya Mandir. He's experiencing some very serious health challenges at the moment, undergoing very painful chemotherapy. So those of us who are all grateful to Sabhabati Prabhu for his wonderful years of service here in Australasia, finding New Govardhan and being the first president for many years. Please send prayers and best wishes to him. We hope his challenges at the moment are brief, and he'll be able to continue his service to Srila Prabhupada very soon. Sabhabati Prabhu Ki.
Dear Srila Prabhupada, I have to confess I wasn't really prepared to speak today, but then Alalanath Prabhu mercifully gave that opportunity, and I thought I could try just to say a couple of words of gratitude. And I think this festival, your appearance, is one of my favorite festivals, and I wish we could extend this time for longer than 2 hours to listen and hear more and more from Prabhupada disciples about your pastimes. And I'm just so grateful for you coming here and changing. Just one person changed everything so much. And a few years ago, I asked my spiritual master, I was just wondering, how everything changed since your times, that it seems like everything become more mild these days, and that it's not as vigorous, not as grandiose as it used to be when you were here. And I was like, does it mean that the movement is actually slowing down, or, I was just wondering. And my Guru Maharaj told me that just the fact that the movement is still carry on even though you left this planet is actually shows your great potency. And yesterday we have the beautiful play that we did. I only participated a tiny bit, but to me seeing all this talent, and when I hear how people sing in Kirtan, how devotees sing Kirtan, how they play mridangas, when we see this beautiful Gurukul that we have, we see these beautiful decorations in temple, these beautiful deities, and so much enthusiasm that devotees put into every single aspect of devotional service. And that always just brings me think of your glories, because for me it's you, Prabhupada, it's your potency, and that enthusiasm that is present in every single devotee here. And that the movement, it's growing, it's getting better. There were some mistakes, but it's just amazing. So I just wanted to use that opportunity to say my gratitude and thank you for changing my life. And I can see it in my children, being so little, even further generation. But I can see their devotion and how they express it in their little ways. And they're just so lucky to know who Krishna is. So thank you so much for saving us.
Hari Bol. Thank you, Sita. Is Radha Igrath? Where is Radha? Here? She's just now coming? Okay. All right, fantastic.
I didn't cook your feast this year, but I'll be back next year. But it's in the very good hands of Bhavi and Devagor Hari.
Microphone up close.
Okay. Look, I'm just going to look for my notes. Glasses. My dear Srila Prabhupada, all glories to you on the most wonderful day of your appearance. Please accept my humble obeisances. When I write to you or speak to you, I simply wish to express my deepest gratitude for the life that you gave me. You have blessed me with a life absorbed in Krishna consciousness. My childhood memories of you have been what sustained my faith in the process that you designed for our success in developing a loving relationship with Krishna, and ultimately giving us the opportunity to make this our last life as conditioned souls. I was given the opportunity to read the initiation letter you wrote to my parents. You said in the letter, "My dear son and daughter, I am happy to accept you as my disciples. You are eligible candidates for going back to Godhead if you follow this simple process. Follow the 4 regulative principles, chant at least 16 rounds, read our literature, go for street sankirtan, keep engaged in Krishna service 24 hours, and you will be really happy in life, and in the end you will go back to the supreme destination." I attempt daily to follow these instructions. By your mercy, I live in a wonderful community of devotees. I am blessed to serve their lordships. I am so grateful that you gave us the good fortune of serving the lords in their deity form, as this is definitely my saving grace. Many years ago now, I had a very special moment where you spoke to me. It was as if you manifested yourself. It was at a time when I was in between the 2 worlds of material and spiritual. I always maintained my strong faith and deep love for you and Krishna. But I was trying to understand what the material world was about. As having been raised a devotee and having had some trauma, I decided to search for answers. And it led me down a forked path in a way. I feel it was part of the journey I was destined to take in this life, so that I could become disenchanted with the material world and would ultimately fully surrender to Krishna and to you without any hesitation or distractions. In that moment that you appeared to me, you strongly said to me, "Why are you wasting your life engaging in nonsense?" You pointed your finger at me, emphasizing the seriousness of your words, and then said, "I gave you this opportunity to make this your last life as a conditioned soul. Don't throw it away. Stop this nonsense." I then responded to you without hesitation, "Yes, Srila Prabhupada." I woke up from the moment as from a vision that was a pivotal, extraordinary moment that changed my life forever. Thank you, Srila Prabhupada, for never giving up on me, always keeping me in the shelter of your lotus feet, in the service of Krsna Balaram, Radha Govardhandari, and Gaurnitai, and the devotees. You were always there throughout my childhood. I felt your protection, your love, and commitment to us children, developing a strong bond with Krishna. I knew you had high hopes for the children growing up in Gurukul, and I've tried to meet your expectations. Despite the material world's many causes of suffering and obstacles I had to face even as a young child, I feel so blessed that you rescued me, that you showed me the way to love Krishna. I would not change anything. I would go through all the hardships again and again to have you place your hand lovingly on my head and bless me to always chant Hare Krishna. I cherish the memories of dancing in kirtans with you, receiving prasadam from you, learning how to pay obeisances. Watching my children and grandchildren dance, sing, and eat prasadam and love Krishna brings so much joy and peace, and is the result of your desire to see generations of children raised in a loving environment. 2 more sentences. My service to you is to bring my grandchildren, to show them how to love you, and that will be my greatest gift to them. My only true qualification is that I love you. Thank you so much, Srila Prabhupada, for everything.
Krsna Balaram, and our last speaker will be Haridas. Everyone.
Thank you, Prabhu. I just got to know I'm going to speak. But, yeah, I would just take this moment to thank Srila Prabhupada for, well, firstly, without you, my parents wouldn't have become devotees. So I'm just blessed to have you in our lives. And my father is eternally, whenever I speak to him, he's 80, almost 80 now, but he's always saying that you went overseas, you went to America at that age of yours, 70, and single-handedly, you established this movement for all of us. So eternally grateful for you, and without your mercy, I wouldn't have got Radha Ras Bihari. For those who've been to Bombay, Juhu, it's a very dear temple for Srila Prabhupada. He used to actually carry Radha Ras Bihari's picture wherever he went. So he was that attached. And if you go to Vrindavan, where his samadhi bed is, there's a table where Srila Prabhupada is seated. Out of curiosity, one time I just went behind, there was 2 pictures there, and it happened to be Radha Ras Bihari's photo there. I was just like, wow, this is, because that's my first deities that I saw since birth. So I'm eternally grateful for engaging myself, my family, and every time I speak to my sister, I'm like, seriously, what Srila Prabhupada gave us, it's got everything. It's so simple, and it's so blissful when you practice it. Like, you don't need anything else, literally. Like, we've got deity worship, we've got devotees, we've got festivals, we've got kirtan, we dance, we chant, we eat amazing prasadam. Like, what else do you need? There's nothing more to keep you happy. You don't have to go look for happiness elsewhere. And that's only because of you. You showed us the way. And I really hope that, like Radha was saying, this is your last chance. Don't waste it. I really hope that instruction and then the instructions that you've given really hits me. I'm still in process. Long way to go. But I really hope this is my last birth here in this material world. And that's only going to happen with your mercy. I know it's there, I just have to grab it. So thank you very much for everything that you've done for all of us. Thank you, Srila Prabhupada.
Jai Hari Bol.
Thank you, Srila Prabhupada. When I think of Srila Prabhupada, I mean, first thing I think of is Hari Sori's books. I remember a few years ago when I started reading, because we have like many books on our shelves, and I just got curious and so when I just read the pastimes, it's amazing just seeing him going to Hawaii, Australia, everywhere around the world, and yeah, and also reading listening to Prabhupada's memories. That was probably that was the funnest thing. I'm just grateful to Prabhupada because my parents, I wouldn't have been a devotee. I wouldn't have Govardhan, Prasadam, Kirtan. I'm just grateful to Srila Prabhupada because I wouldn't be a devotee, wouldn't be chanting. I'll probably just be in some public school. Yeah, and when I went to Europe recently, and I meet devotees everywhere, from New Govardhan, Brisbane, everywhere around the world, and when I love you, Srila Prabhupada. Thank you.
Haribo! Thank you, Haridas. So, everyone, shortly, yes, we're doing well. I just wanted to give a special call out to someone who's just doing such extraordinary service in the engine room of New Govardhan, and that is, of course, the kitchen, newly initiated by His Holiness Mukunda Maharaj, Triloka Sundari Devi Dasi. Please give her a big Hari Bol. Oh, she is a very competent person, a wonderful devotee, and really recently initiated, and is shouldering so much responsibility for making sure so much prasadam gets nicely cooked and distributed here at New Govardhan. Of course, she has a wonderful team of volunteers from Krishna Village, but it takes a really expert manager to coordinate all that. So, Triloka Sundari Devi Dasi, key! All right, everyone. So I think Prabhupada is still enjoying his feast, and that's okay. But perhaps we can just stretch our legs, everyone, in just a few minutes. We will receive some flowers. We've got a few minutes. We can start a little kirtan. Krsna Balaram, why don't you start up a little kirtan? Yeah, it'd be nice to hear you. And then you can hand it over to Narahari Prabhu in about 5 minutes, because he is the designated kirtaniya for the arati of Srila Prabhupada. But yeah, just maybe, and we can do a little housekeeping here, everyone. Just maybe pack up all the mats. And Vaishnavi will be here shortly. She's going to be reciting the beautiful prayers to the Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya. And we can have Puspanjali. And I did invite Ajita, but he's helping cook the feast today. So he knows he always has a standing invitation to come and speak. He is our wonderful temple president, but he's stirring those pots back there like anything. So
Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Krishna. Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna, we'll be doing the Puspanjali. So we'll be, everyone probably already knows, we need to keep enough flowers to offer to Prabhupada 3 times. And parents or guardians with children, please be mindful that they don't pick up the flowers from the floor and then offer that back, that on Prabhupada, because we don't offer our foot dust mixed with the petals. Okay. Om Jnana Timirandasya Nananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Padamahyam Dadati Padantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuttapada Kamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakamitamscha Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Iti Namine Shri Vashabhanavi Devi Dayitaya Kripabdaye Krishna Sambandha Vignana Daine Prabhave Namaha Madhuryojvala Premadya Shri Rupanuga Bhaktida Shri Gaura Karuna Shakti Vigrahaya Namostute Namaste Gauravani Shri Murtaye Dinatarine Rupanuga Virudapa Siddhanta Dvanta Harine Namo Gaura Kishoraya Sakshat Vairagya Murtaye Kripalamba Rasambode Padambujaya Te Namaha Shri Namo Bhakti Vinodaya Satchidananda Namine Gaura Shakti Swarupaya Rupanuga Varayate Gaura Virbhava Bhumistvam Nirdeshta Sajjana Priyaha Vaishnava Sarvabhauma Shri Jaganathaya Te Namaha Vancha Kalpaturubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Vya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namine Gauratviche Namaha Panchatattvatmakam Krishnam Bhaktarupa Svarupakam Bhaktavataram Bhaktakhyam Namami Bhakta Shaktikam He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Jayatam Surato Pangor Mama Manda Mater Gati Mat Sarvasva Padam Bojo Radha Madanamo Divyat Vrindaranya Kalpa Drumadaha Srimad Ratnagara Simasanasto Srimad Radha Srila Govinda Devo Prestalibi Sevyamano Smarami Shriman Rasarasarambi Vamsi Vata Tatastitaha Karshan Venu Saner Kopir Gopinatha Shriyastunaha Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priya Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine Esha Puspanjali Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Charine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Esha Pushpanjali Prabhupada ki jai. Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Esha Pushpanjali
Samsara dava nalali daloka tranaya karana gana gana tvam samsara dava Praptasya kalyana gunanavasya Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam Praptasya Mahaprabhu Kirtana Nitya Gita Vadita Maja Manasara Sena Mahaprabhu Mahaprabhu Kirtana Nitya Gita Vadita Majan Manasara Sena Romanchakampa Sutaranga Bhajo Vande Guru Sri Charanarabindam Romanchakampa Sutaranga Bhajo Vande Guru Sri Charanarabindam Chaturvidakshir Bhagavad Prasada Sadhana Tripta Nari Bhakta Sangha Chaturvidakti Sadhana Tripta Nari Bhakta Sangha Chaturvidakti Bhagavad Prasada Sadhana Tripta Nari Bhakta Sangha Chaturvidakti Bhagavad Prasada Sadhana Tripta Hari Bhakta Kritaiva Triptin Bhajato Sadeva Vande Guru Sri Charanarabindam Kritaiva Triptin Bhajato Sadeva Vande Guru Sri Kritaiva Triptin Bhajato Sadeva Vande Guru Sri Charanarabindam Kritaiva Triptin Bhajato Sadeva Vande Guru Sri Charanarabindam Shri Radhika Madhavaya Rabara Madhurya Lila Gunarupa Nama Viradhika Madhavaya Rabara Madhurya Lila Gunarupa Shri Radhika Madhavaya Rabara Madhurya Lila Gunarupa Nama Viradhika Swadhana lalapasya Vande Guru Sri Charanarabindam Pradikshana Swadhana lalapasya Vande Guru Sri Pradikshana Swadhana lalapasya Vande Guru Sri Charanaravinda Pradikshana Swadhana lalapasya Nikunjayuna Ratikele Sejay Yayale Beya Dirapexaneya Nikunjayuna Ratikele Sejay Nikunjayuna Ratikele Sejay Yayale Beya Dirapexaneya Ratikele Sejay Yayale Beya Dirapexaneya Tatra Pedaksha Dati Valabhasya Vande Guru Sri Charanaravinda Pradikshana Tatra Pedaksha Dati Valabhasya Vande Guru Sri Charanaravinda Tatra Pedaksha Dati Valabhasya Vallabhasya Vande Guru Sri Charanara Sakshadaritre Nasamasa Shastre Uktasya Tava Yatayeva Sadvi Sakshadaritre Nasamasa Shastre Uktasya Tava Yatayeva Sakshadaritre Nasamasa Shastre Uktasya Tava Yatayeva Sadvi Kintu Prabhuya Priya Batasya Vande Guru Sri Charanaravinda Kintu Prabhuya Priya Batasya Vande Guru Sri Charanaravinda Kintu Prabhuya Priya Batasya Vande Guru Sri Charanaravinda Yasya Prasada Bhagavad Prasada Yasya Prasada Nagate Katape Yasya Prasada Bhagavad Prasada Yasya Prasada Nagate Katape Prasada Yasya Prasada Nagate Katape Jayam Subham Satya Yasya Sritanja Vande Guru Sri Charanaravinda Jayam Suvam Satya Yasya Sritanja Vande Guru Sri Charanaravinda Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jai Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jai Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jai Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Srila Prabhupada ki Namam Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Pachachade Satarine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadada Shivasari, Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jai Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada, Jai Srila Prabhupada. Jaya Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada, Jai Srila Prabhupada. Jaya Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada, Jai Srila Prabhupada. Jai Prabhupada, Jai Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jai Srila Prabhupada. Oh, Jai Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada, Jai Srila Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada. Jaya Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada, Jai Srila Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jai Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jai Prabhupada, Prabhupada. Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. Jaya, Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada. Jaya, Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jai Prabhupada, Prabhupada. Aditya Srila Prabhupada Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Ranga. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Vivo Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare 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 Rama Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jai Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada. Jayo, Jayo Prabhupada, 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 Jai Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada. Nitai Go Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Nitai Go Hari Bo, Nitai Go Hari Bo. Nitai Go Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Go Hari Bo, Nitai Go Hari Bo. Jai Srila Prabhupada Ki.
Jai Om Vishnupad, Paramahamsa Parivarajakacharya Sto, Tarasata Sri Sriman, His Divine Grace, Havai Charanara Vinda Bhaktivedanta Swami, Srila Prabhupada Ki, Srila Prabhupada Anubhav Maha Mahotsaha Vyasa Puja Day Ki, Jai Om Vishnupad, Paramahamsa Parivarajakacharya Sto, Tarasata Sri Sriman, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada Ki, Ananda Gaudi Vaishnava Vrinda Ki, Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki, Panahimsa Gaho, Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Garadha, Sri Vasudesi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Ki, Sri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopinath Shama Kund Radha Kund Giri Govardhana Ki, Sri Vrindavan Dhamma Ki, Sri Navadvip Mayapur Dhamma Ki, Jagannath Puri Dhamma Ki, Ganga Jamuna Mai Ki, Tulsi Devi Maharani Ki, Bhakti Devi Ki, Shambheda Bhakta Vrinda Ki, Srila Prabhupada Ki, Gaura Premanandi. Oh, glories to the Asama devotees. Oh, glories to the Asama devotees. Oh, glories to the Asama devotees. Oh, glories to Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga. Srila Prabhupada Ki. Just before we will sing the Narasimhadev. Narahari, you can sing the prayers to Lord Narasimhadev. Yeah. But just before we do that, everyone, our local Bhaktivedanta Book Trust representative, His Grace Dandakaranya Prabhu, has just wanted me to remind everyone that Srimad Bhagavatam Purnima is coming up. Very auspicious time to either receive or give away the Srimad Bhagavatams. And there are a few sets hiding underneath this curtain. We lift the curtain of the illusory energy, and there, Srila Prabhupada's Magnus Opus, translation and elaborate commentary on Srimad Bhagavatam. And guess what? You don't even have to read them. Just by having them in your house, your whole house will become completely auspicious. It's a fact. But better you do read them. And Prabhupada did translate and comment so that everyone would read them. Only $300, everyone. Please keep it in mind. Perhaps you've got family members or friends moving into a new house and they just love to have a set of Bhagavatams. Srila Prabhupada Ki.
Namaste Narasimhaya. Prahlada Hlada Daine. Hiranya Kashipur Vaksha. Shilatanka Nakalaye. Ito Nishimha Parato Nishimha. Yato Yato Yami Tato Nishimha. Bahir Nishimha, Hridayer Nishimha. Nishimha Madin Sharanam Prapade. Tabakara Kamala Vare Nakam Adbhuta Sringam Dalita Hiranyakashipur Dhanubhringam Keshavadhrita Narahari Rupa Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Keshavadhrita Narahari Rupa Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Nrsimhadev, 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 Jaya Nrsimhadev. Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Nrsimhadev Bhagwan ki, Bhakta Prahlad ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Go Premanande.
Thank you again, everyone, so much for coming. Most ecstatic Vyasa Puja ever. And enjoy the feast. Srila Prabhupada ki.